Hey, Katie Price here, Great Transformation Expert, and last week we went through what you get if you cross the most dreaded type of exam question with that one type of question that's almost always worth the most marks. Yes, it's those questions right at the top of the pyramid of Bloom's taxonomy and Marzano's taxonomy, those evaluation level questions. And I explained the reasons why students struggle so much with these types of essay titles and exam questions in that last video. So if you haven't already watched it, then I recommend you definitely go check that out first. I'll put a link to it with this video because this week I'm going to give you a specific actionable strategy to help your teen deal with those high-level evaluation essays and exam questions. So stick around because I'm going to be letting you in on the exact words that will help any student make sense of those questions, but more precisely know exactly what they're asking and be able to structure a response clearly. So if you watched that last video, you'll know how evaluation questions are worded and that they require students to make a judgment. Here's the key in exactly how to do that, in words, on paper. So have them write this down, stick it up somewhere important, because they need to consider or turn the wording of the question into to what extent, and then craft their essay or answer around that. So instead of evaluate the experiment in science, turn it into to what extent was the experiment accurate or reliable. Instead of X leader was influential in Y event, discuss, turn it into to what extent did X leader influence Y event. Or change, assess the success of the director in persuading the viewer to agree with their point of view. Change it to what extent was the director successful in persuading the audience to agree with their point of view. Therefore, your teen's thesis statement or key point to focus on is then going to be one of three responses. Yes, totally, or very successfully, depending on the word or the topic of the question. And then here are the reasons why and the supporting evidence. Or no, not at all, was not successful, and here's why. Or thirdly, to some extent, and here are the two sides of that argument. So the two things are changing the wording, considering the question to be a to what extent question, and then responding in one of those three ways. Yes, no, or to some extent. Now, if your teen would love all of the quick and practical and immediately actionable strategies to have them writing quality essays and extended exam answers smoothly, confidently, and successfully, then you definitely need to check out my Write Like an A-Grader training. I'll include with a link with this video to the VIP special that I'm running for it right now. And that includes my prized essay swap file, which includes real-life examples of evaluation level essay questions and all my dissection notes on how to scaffold and templates for putting together their response. Now, there's only 3 more days remaining as of when this video goes live, so be sure to go check it out. And finally, I know that what I've shared today is a very practical and specific strategy. It might well be one of the most detailed and useful that I've ever actually shared for free. So if you know others who might always also find this tip useful, please share this video with them, forward it in an email, share the video post on social media, and until next week, let's make this a fantastic week.